sport touring cruiser. The bike is really powerful. A lot of torque, man. A lot of torque. I think it's great. It's the best bike that Harley made. Boom, we'll leave it at that. Here is the video that you guys are all here to see. And who else better than me to do this review video? It's going to be a ride and review video of the 2025 Harley Davidson Lowrider ST in blue, burst blue with chrome accents. You do have an option this year of choosing chrome or the blacked out version, as you can see right there. Now we'll do a quick little walk around of the bike, show you how everything looks. A lot of changes for this year. A lot of changes, actually. Physical changes, internal changes, tech changes, and from a distance you might not think so, but it's a brand new bike. So now for 2025 we have LED turn signals in the front, and in the rear obviously headlight and headlamp as well. The rear one is brand new, redesigned, red all around, Harley Davidson badge right in the middle. We have a 2-in-1 exhaust. Yes, a 2-in-1 exhaust. We got away from the 2-in-2. That's the reason why we were able to get the same size bags on both sides now. So bags are the same size, which is amazing. We got the 117 high output power in this beautiful motorcycle right here. This engine's a beast. Comes equipped with sport modes. Talking about rain mode, road mode, and sport mode. Up ahead in the front we have a new LCD analog, real easy to read, right in your face. More chrome in the front. There's chrome here, there's chrome there, chrome in the middle, chrome everywhere. For your controls in the front, on the right side you're gonna have your on off button, dual turn signals, traction control button, right turn signal, and then your mode button on the right. On the left we have your cruise control, your trip button, left turn signal, horn, and then for your high beam, low beam, right up there on top. New housing for the controls. How do you guys like these? How do you feel about them? I just think they could have looked a bit better. We got new grips for this year as well. These are really good, way better than the previous grips that used to go on all the bikes before. For your brake lever, you have fully adjustable system now, which is great, but not for your clutch. When you power on the bike, you're able to see in the LCD screen right here. The LCD screen is real easy to read right here, so we'll skip through the we'll scroll through everything. So we'll pick our button, trip A, trip B, your reserve. We got 91 miles left. We need gas, time, RPM, and new for this year, tire monitoring. So we got our front tire at 35 pounds, rear tire at 42, which is awesome. We're also on sport mode right now. Real easy to change your mode. Just press a button, boom, one rain, boom, road, boom, sport. Low bottom biker Ryan! Just like magic, boom, new location. Another thing that's different on this bike for this year is the triple tree. Same triple tree, just a different finish. You can see it's nice and smooth and shiny compared to the wrinkled black that, for example, is on that bike right there. You see it on the tank dash and on the triple trees. That's all wrinkled black. So it's gonna be all chrome triple tree, top and bottom, chrome bar, chrome riser, just absolutely beautiful. They did a fantastic job with this bike, and I'm super happy that they went ahead and gave us a chrome option, because yes, the all blacked out version, as you can see right there, is beautiful. It's gorgeous, especially now that it has blacked out wheels. But the chromed out option is awesome. I've been saying it for the past 2 or 3 years. Chrome is coming back, and guess what? It's here. Chrome is back. All right, we're gonna get on our road now. Finish talking about the bike. We're gonna be talking about the feel of the bike. We're going to keep talking about some of the changes that we might have not went over yet. We're going to talk about suspension, power delivery, how the bike rides, how nimble it is. And if you missed it before, and if you're new to my channel, I have a 2024 Lowrider ST at home, tobacco fade, boom, right here. So it's a bike that I'm very, very accustomed to. I know all the ins and out of, the likes, the dislikes, so who better than me to give you this review? Power! It's all about handling now since we're going through these roads here. This bike handles superb. Just great. In the corners like this, wide sweeping turns, it dominates. It feels great. Suspension for this year has been upgraded. That's another reason why the bike also handles even better now. Updated suspension in the front. In the straightaway, the bike is fast. In the corners, it handles well. This bike has an inverted front end, also adding to how nimble and easy it is to kind of throw this bike around. Now the riding triangle, for me, it fits me well, it suits me well. I'm at 5'7". I'm able to flat foot the bike. I'm really comfortable in the riding position. But can the bike be a little cramped up for taller riders? Yes. Easy fix though. I'll give you a few little options right now. Hey, get a brand new seat, because honestly the stock seat, I mean, it's not the best. It's not the most comfortable. It's really not. But get yourself a nice aftermarket seat, or from Harley Davidson. They're making some new seats for this one. Some step-up seats that actually look really, really nice. And it'll make you fit in the bike a lot better. Change out your foot controls. And this bike is equipped with mid controls. So for those really, really tall riders who really want to get this bike, I mean, you can opt out and get forward controls. It is a very sporty cruiser, and it's kind of meant to be ridden this way. Not really for forwards, but that is just an option to make you taller riders comfortable. I mean, if you're not going to have the bike to kind of be ripping around the twisties every corner, then you're good. But if you really want this bike to kind of ride on roads like this and rip around all the time, yeah, then you got to kind of think about it. Just handles great, man. Ground clearance is really good out here as well. I spent the day on the Street Bob yesterday, which if you want to see that review, check that review. It might be linked up at the end. And that bike, I was dragging peg in almost every corner. So this one has a better clearance. It's a taller bike, it sits up taller. This bike does come equipped with that monoshock, which adds to the part of comfort. The bike is super comfortable, to be honest. It really is. Suspension on this bike, I can't really complain about it. I ended up switching my suspension on my personal bike at home just because, I mean, is there room for improvement? There's always room for improvement. But out the box, I've always said it, the suspension that comes in these softails with this monoshock is great. Really, really great. You really can't compare it to anything else that Harley Davidson kind of gives you. Well, the Van America is awesome, but then again, that's another monoshock. You gotta love this, man. We're going through these little nice windy twisty turns right here. We got farmlands on all the sides. By the way, we're in Austin, Texas with the Harley Davidson team testing these bikes out. Woo! That was a big bump right there. And it just absorbed everything. Like I was mentioning before, this bike does come with one seat just for the rider, but there is a lot of options out there for you to get a two-up seat. And then if you are going to want to have a passenger, you can go ahead and add on the passenger pegs as well. This bike is equipped for everything. To me, this bike is the best bike on the market, to be honest, because it's a cruiser, and then you have the ability to go and tour on it. It's a sport touring cruiser. Sport touring is where it's at right now, to be honest. You have great wind protection with this 80s style designed fairing in the front, which is awesome. You can go ahead and switch out that shield in the front, which I would recommend for a taller, definitely a taller windshield. It makes a huge difference going from this windshield to a taller one. It takes up more wind off of you. I mean, the fairing in this windshield is already doing a great job. It's a huge difference from being on the Lowrider S with the bikini fairing in the front. And this takes up most of that wind that you will be getting kind of on your face. This takes it off. Yes, you're still getting kind of buffeting on the top of your helmet and around here your shoulders, but it's great. But then with the taller windshield, makes it even better. What do you guys think about the gauge cluster for this year? Are you happy that they went ahead and they changed the little tiny LCD screen to this, or not? Or do you not care? I think that this looks great. I like it. I'm a fan of both. I think they both look great. Damn, this bike just rips. So riding this bike right now, how do I feel? I feel very comfortable. The bike is really powerful. A lot of torque, man. A lot of torque in each and every gear. It's just there whenever you need it. Lean angle, superb. She gets up there so quick. Another important thing to me it's a huge selling factor is the rider safety enhancements on this bike, which we spent the morning yesterday testing it out in an open parking lot, riding over the sandy section, kind of giving it a full throttle and see how the bike was going to react in different riding modes as well. And you could it was really cool to see how the safety system kind of controls and kind of picks up the bike, and it doesn't per se let it, you know, flop over or spin out on you. It's just the way that tech works. It's great, man. The transmission on this bike as well, really smooth, really smooth, real responsive and real smooth. I really like it. I love the positive feel that the clutch has. Anytime you're going to shift into a gear, you get that like a very positive feel and sound, like a clunky sound, but a good sound. And then when you're switching out throughout the gears, it's very responsive. Some of you guys might be asking, well, how's the bike with the heat? Well, we're in Austin, Texas. Yesterday, it got up to like 70. Today's a little bit more chilly. Might be like 63 or something. Good weather. I haven't really felt a crazy amount of heat coming off the motor at all. It feels great. The riser you have here up front, I believe is a 4-inch riser, if I'm not mistaken. Good height, real comfortable. You also have the option to kind of unscrew this and roll your bar forward or back. If you want the bar to kind of be closer to you, you roll it back. If you want it to be more of a MX style, roll it forward the way I like it. And it's actually a really nice bar. I remember when I had my first Lowrider S, I kept the bar when I did my riser setup, because it's a really nice bar and it's real comfortable. Just the way it's angled. It's a real comfortable position. Now let's talk about colors real quick. We have some amazing colors for 2025. I'm really happy that all the choices are awesome. I really can't say there's one that I don't like. I mean, billiard gray, but billiard gray is just the base color. It is what it is, right? But besides that, all the options are awesome. All the combinations are really cool. Whether you're going chrome or black, which is, I'll mention it again, it's really cool that they're giving us this option now, whether you want it chrome or whether you want it in black. Now, whether you want it chrome or black also depends on the colors you're gonna get, because you're not gonna get the same colors for both trims. But some really cool stuff that they're doing, especially the Ghost Flame color. I forgot what the name is, but I'll show you guys a picture right here. I'll go through all the color options you're gonna have. Really, really, really cool stuff, man. This, if I was getting chrome, this will be my bike right here. Yes or yes, this is how I would get it. If I was getting the black trim this year, I don't know. That to me is gonna be a hard choice, because not for nothing, but the all black on black option looks awesome, because the red Harley Davidson logo on it and little hints of red everywhere just make it look so cool and mean. Bike looks awesome. But then again, you have Iron Horse Metallic, which is a beautiful color as well, which looks great in person as well. And then you have the Flames, which is really cool. So if I was going with the black option, with the black trim, I would have a harder choice to make. But chrome, blue, burst blue all day is the perfect combo. It's beautiful, it's gorgeous. This will be my bike right here, definitely, in a heartbeat. Now, we spoke about color, we spoke about comfort. Power delivery we kind of spoke about, right? This Lowrider ST comes with the brand new Milwaukee 8 117 high output. So the high output is going to be the torquiest version out of the Milwaukee 8s. For example, if you're going to look at the Classic, which comes on the Street Bob and also on the Heritage, or the Custom, which comes on the Fat Boy and the Breakout. Classic being very classic feel, very tamed down, and then the Custom being more of a power bike, more sportier. And then the high output, obviously this is the beast. Talking about that, the same cam that's in this bike is the same cam that the Road Glide CVO ST comes with. So talk about performance, that bike is all performance. It only makes sense that they would put that same cam in here, and the bike just feels like a beast, man. It really has. I've had it on sport mode all day because I just want to feel how torquey it is all day, and even on road mode it just feels great. A really good amount of torque everywhere, and the bike just feels good. Now, if you're going to be using the hand controls, you have easy access to kind of move your fingers around, move your hands around. Everything is right where it should be, so no complaints about that at all. I just wish they had designed this differently, just so it wouldn't look so plastically. That's the only thing, and that's honestly my only complaint about this bike, because they fixed everything that I complained about before. I used to complain about the bike not even coming with LED lights from factory. I used to complain about maybe having more power in the bike. I used to complain a lot about power modes. That was fun. Like I was saying, I used to complain about not having riding modes all the time, you know, so they fixed that. Suspension has been adjusted. They fixed that. They fixed everything that I had an issue with. And right now, this bike, the Lowrider ST, in its natural form right now, to me is perfect. It's perfect. It's the bike that you could get out of the box, ready to go, and you don't have to do, and you really don't have to do anything to it. I mean, obviously an exhaust, well, you know, but you really don't have to do anything to this bike. Like if you were to go buy a Road Glide CVO ST, you don't have to do anything to that bike. Same feel on this one, nothing. The cam, the power delivery is awesome. Just imagine like a beautiful chrome exhaust on here, giving it that magical sound that, you know, that it needs to have. I mean, it's a stock exhaust. It's a stock exhaust, guys. I know a lot of you guys are saying right now, well, it doesn't sound like it should. It doesn't sound like a Harley Davidson. It's a stock exhaust. The company needs to follow and abide by the emission laws and everything. So now, as mentioned before, this is your sport touring cruiser right here. It has a fairing, it has bags, great wind protection, a good amount of space for you to travel. I've taken this bike from New Jersey to Milwaukee, about 1,000 miles, and it was perfect for me. It was perfect. It was really, really good. Had a blast in that ride, and I could have kept going for longer miles. I was really comfortable. I'm telling you, man, sport touring is where it's at right now. If you don't want to go ahead and spend all that crazy amount of money in a bagger and still have the same accessibility to tour on it and have kind of the same capabilities, right? You get yourself one of these. Now, really quick, I need to ask you guys for something. I always ask you guys to, no, I'm not asking you to subscribe. I mean, you should subscribe, but if you are looking into this bike, let me know why you're looking into it. Drop your thoughts in your comments down below. What interests you about this bike? What do you like about it? And I'll just add on to that, if I have inspired you to get this bike or a Lowrider S, let me know down below. I really want to know who on here has bought a Lowrider S or a Lowrider ST, because maybe you watched a few of my videos and, you know, maybe you liked what I did with the bike, or maybe you saw something different after watching my videos. Whatever it may be, I'm really eager to know. So drop your thoughts in your comments down below, guys. I hope you have enjoyed today's ride review. I'm having a blast out here. Huge shout out to Harley Davidson for bringing us out here and testing out these bikes. It's been an amazing time, man. Austin is beautiful. The weather has been great, and we've been riding Harley Davidsons. And I guess we'll leave it with that. What do I think about the bike? I think it's amazing. I think it's great. It's the best bike that Harley makes. Boom, we'll leave it at that. I would always tell you who this bike is for, but this bike is such a chameleon that it's for anybody and everybody. It really is. Because if you want the bags on this bike, you can take the bags off. Real easy to take off. Detachable bags. I feel like it has a little bit of everything for everybody. And even though it's so different, for example, that Heritage ahead of us, if you look at the demographic, who that bike is for an older person, someone who's looking for a classic looking bike, classic feel. But then when you look at this bike, you could say is for more of a younger demographic, yes, but it's also for someone older who maybe doesn't want a bagger anymore because they're too heavy, and they still want to have the same capabilities and have this bike. It's just someone who wants to tour, someone who wants to whip around town, someone who wants to go from state to state, someone who wants to pick up groceries and in their bags. It's for everybody. And I'll leave it at that. What are your thoughts? Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell button. If you want to see more content like this, you're in the right place. So subscribe. It's free. It's, you know, you get to see all this cool stuff all the time. There's a ton of videos coming out this week and next week. And yeah, sit back and enjoy them, and thank you. Like always, let the force be with you. Ride safe and enjoy the ride, baby. Peace.